How's it going, guys? Retro Gamer 9000 here, and welcome to game number 2 on our Castlevania hit list. Let's wait for this sequence to end. Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. Now, as you can see from this selection, I've already beaten this game once because of the boss rush mode. I might do that at the end of this playthrough, I don't know. But for the time being, let's go on ahead and get started. Alright, so, starting a new game, and we're going to go with my classic name entry, Retro. So there's going to be some dialogue and stuff on here that I'm probably going to read through. I may put my own voices in here, and if I do, let me know in the comments if you like it or not. Let's go ahead and get started. 50 years have passed since Simon Belmont vanquished the curse of Dracula. Fate has dictated that Eustace Belmont, blood descendant of the Belmont family, hunt for the relics of Dracula. One day, Eustace's best friend, Maxime, who had set out on a training expedition 2 years earlier, returned unexpectedly, his body covered with wounds. He informs Eustace that Liddy, a childhood friend whom they both deeply cared about, has been kidnapped. Maxime has completely lost his memory of his time training away from home, and only has vague images of the kidnapping. Ignoring his bodily injuries, Maxime leads Eustace to the place where he believes Liddy is being held captive. Passing through thick fog, the two men happen upon a castle undocumented on any map. Could this be the fabled Dracula's castle? Standing solemnly in the night, this forbidding castle welcomes its unexpected guests as the moonlight shines upon it. Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. So you truly believe that Liddy was brought to this castle? My memory fails me, but this seems to be the place. Don't you believe me? I know better than anyone that you are not the type to lie. Eustace. Are you all right? I'm fine. It's Liddy you should be concerned about, not me. Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you. You have my word. Okay then. I'll see you inside. Alright, so we get a first look at everything here. We've got left and right, the crouching. Oh, look at that pose. He posing. Now one thing is that if you push the triggers, it'll let you go forward and backward pretty quickly. And we're going to need it for this. You see the statue? Oh no! It moves! Now I could try and fight this thing, but I can't, so I gotta get a move on. And that's where this comes in. All I gotta do is just hit that trigger, and I am moving. Alright. And down he goes. La 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 la. And here we go. We're in the entrance. Okay, so normally I try to stray from keeping very long videos of gameplay, but for a game like this where there's a lot of exploration involved, I am probably going to do really long episodes, and if they're too long for you guys, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can do about shortening them down. If not, we'll just keep going and trekking the way that it is. I'm getting myself hit too easily here. Now, why am I wasting my time fighting these zombies? I'll tell you why. It is called experience. And believe me, I'm wanting a lot of them. Alright, I'm not going to go through the story yet, because past that, it's locked. if my memory serves me well. So we're just gonna keep going. I'm just headbutting these guys. Why am I doing that? Alright. Okay. Bible's gonna be a lot stronger than the knife, especially for what I'm gonna be getting later. Alright. So yeah, this is one of the 3 Castlevania games that was released for the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if there was any other games released in Japan, but these are the only 2. No, wait. Only 2, where am I getting that? There were only 3 that were released in the West. So, this is one of them. And difficulty on this one? I don't know. I don't know what to say as far as difficulty. It really isn't. I don't think it's too hard. I mean, I've beaten it a few times. But somebody else playing it might consider it different. Alright, I'm not getting the fist. I'm going to keep that by me. Alright, Soul Orb. Alright, for those of you guys who are curious as to what these items are, let me go on ahead and go down here. Relics. Okay, this shows a list of all the relics that are obtained throughout the map. Now, the Soul Orb allows the user to recognize how much damage an enemy has received. Now, that's all good and fine, because you get to know how much damage you're dealing against your foe. And I need to stop using that book. I need to stop using the book. But later on, you collect more and more relics, and they'll either reveal other things for you in the game, or they'll change certain stats and whatnot. So, exploration is key in a game like this. And that's where they introduced the Metroidvania part of things. Alright, I'm going to go on ahead and put on some armor here. There we go. Alright. But yeah, for those of you guys who know of the term, Metroidvania is Castlevania games with the same exploration and backtracking style that you would see in the Metroid games. And that became real popular during Symphony of the Night, I think it was. And it's kind of carried over to some of the other Castlevania games that are out there. Whoa. Okay. I want to survive. Do not kill me. I need to collect as many of these potions as I can. Because there's really no other place except for a shop later in the game where you can get any of them. And even that shop's going to be a challenge to get to. Alright, here we go. So like I said at the beginning of this video, I have pretty much summed up the list of games that I'll be playing as a hit list of sorts. Put simply, they're just a bunch of games that I'm going to be playing throughout. Let me go ahead and save here. They're just the full list of games that I'll be playing throughout my 6-game series. And each time I complete a game, I pretty much check it off of the list, and I just consider it as a hit list. Like, these are the games that I've decided to play for the series, and these are the games that I am going to complete. So, put simply, that's what we've got here. Okay, here we go. Ouch. Alright. So the reason why I'm not rushing straight to the boss, I know where the boss is. The reason I'm not rushing straight to the boss is I want to make sure that I've got enough stats and enough strength to be able to take it on, because sometimes even the easier bosses can be kind of a challenge if you don't have the right things to work with. And plus, sometimes if you're lucky, you can get better equipment, which is a real plus for this. Halt. The color of your soul. You must be a Belmont. That is correct. This overwhelming power. Death? Indeed. Which means this is, in fact, Dracula's castle. That might be true, though the power that is here is not my lord's. What do you mean? I must go now. We shall meet again, son of Belmont. He got away. Ooh. Alright. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try and make these videos as short as possible. But this being an exploration game, I might end up having longer videos than expected. I'll try not to. Like, at certain key points where I think an ending would be best suited, like for, say for instance, the end of a boss battle and so on and so forth, I'll end it there. Or like key moments in the game where I've completed something where an ending is fitting, I'll end the video there. But yeah, I think that for starters here, this would be a pretty good starting point here. If the videos tend to be too long, just let me know in the comments. Alright, here we go. Come on. Now there's a couple of items I want to get my hands on, especially before taking on the boss, because they are items that have really helped me the past few times I've played. I did not want to do that. Why do I keep using the book? Here we go. Alright. Ice book, and get some extra hearts. Alright, so the books. Let me go down here. Spell books. Now, throughout the game, you're going to find a total of 5 spell books. And these spell books, when you combine it to a sub-weapon, it changes the attribute of it. Like, for instance, when combined with a sub-weapon, the user can cast many ice spells. Depending on what sub-weapon you've got, it changes what happens to that sub-weapon. Like, for instance, I've got the ice book attached, and I've got the Holy Bible. Watch what happens here. And that attack right there is one that I definitely want to have when I take on the first boss. Let's go. Oop. Oh, no, you don't. So what got me first interested in playing Harmony of Dissonance? The first college that I went to, I had a few friends of mine who were into playing older games. Why am I going over there? And one of them suggested, as a Game Boy Advance game, they saw me playing Aria of Sorrow. And they suggested that I play Harmony of Dissonance. I said, well, I've never played Harmony of Dissonance before. So they didn't have a hard copy of the game. But they saw that I had some emulators that I was playing the game off of. Different games off of. So they gave me that. They gave me the ROM for it. And I played the game, thought it was really, really cool. And at the time I wasn't able to beat the game because of certain things that kind of got in the way of me playing. But after a little while, I got to playing the game again and was able to beat it. And it's a pretty good game. It's kind of on my top 10s list, but it's not that high up in it. Because there's a few other games that I like. That I like a little bit more than this. Ouch. Alright, there's a save point right here. Okay. I'm gonna go on ahead and save here. And while I'm here, let me go on ahead and check my inventory. I picked up some leather gloves, but I've got this pendant. Let's see. Leather gloves will give me +2 defense. Pendant is going to give me a +1. +2 is better. Alright. I'm in all leather equipment. I've got Julius Belmont's bracelet. And I've got to keep this bracelet, especially for upcoming story in the game. I'm not going to spoil too much of it for you. Not just yet. Alright, I'm going to go up here because I think... Why do I do that? Don't need to use that yet. Okay, can't go there just yet. I need another relic. And as you can see, the Metroidvania part of this. Alright. First boss, here we go. And it is a giant bat. There it is. Alright. So, you're going to see why in a minute I prefer using that sub-weapon. He's going to fly around a bit. Up, down he goes. Flia! There you go. And he's not too hard a boss to beat. But I just prefer using that kind of sub-weapon for this kind of situation. Zoop. Oh man, I missed him. Alright, come on down. Oh yeah! Alright, I think I've almost got him. Almost. Come on. Alright, come on. Come on. Allez. Allez. And he's dead. And... Boop. Alright. So, I think that this is as good a time as any to go on ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching part 1 of this Castlevania playthrough. If you have any other suggestions on how I can make these videos better, let me know in the comments below. And I will do my best to make the videos better throughout the series. As always, this is a Retro Gamer 9000. Stay retro, my friends, and happy gaming. Pose for me. Thank you.